In this video, we're going to take a team of research AI agents, the research leader, the project planner, a team of research assistants, and an editor to take a topic and automatically produce a well-researched, auto-citationed article that provides a comprehensive view on that topic. Let's go ahead and do a demo. I'm going to start my test flow. I'm going to ask for the research to be done on effective parenting methods. I'm going to choose a professional tone. I'm going to choose 1,000 words. That's the length of the report I want, and 6 sections to that report. So I'll submit that. So what will happen is the research leader will take this topic, and it's going to use this Perplexity tool. So this Perplexity tool provides us with the internet search abilities as well as citations. So it's going to execute this flow here, and then it's going to now produce a table of contents. So this table of contents will serve as the structure, and then the project planner will take that table of contents and it will then map that back into, again, more research on the Perplexity tool. And then after it does this, it's going to then now delegate to my team of research assistants. So we'll let this continue. And now I have a team of research assistants. So this team will take each of the topics that the project planner has created and will research each of these individually, again, using the Perplexity tool. So now it's processing this. I'll pause as this will take a couple of minutes. So it's now completed all the research assistance work, and we've aggregated everything together into one text. And the editor is going to take that text and it's going to process that into one final article. And then we're going to create the title and then post. This will take a minute, so I'll pause. We'll create the title and then post to Ghost. So this is the final result. It's a well-structured article. And when you look at how it's structured here, the research leader, they're responsible for planning and doing the initial research that provides this table of contents. So this table of contents is a structure that is provided by that AI agent, the research leader. And then the project planner is the one that's breaking down all these different sections. So each of these sections has been broken down by the project planner. And each of the research assistants, they are delving into and building just one part of this article. And then the editor, they're responsible for piecing this together. But one of the huge advantages of using Perplexity and this citation is that these articles here are real articles. And if you look at all these descriptions here, all the research, it cites exactly where it got this particular information. So this gives you a lot of credibility, a lot of confidence that the AI is not hallucinating, right? And then at the end, there is also a sources as well that gives the full list of the citations used. So let's do a node-by-node walkthrough of how this is built. So the first is a form trigger. So this is what specifies the parameters of the research. So I have the form title as a topic researcher, and then what the topic is that we are interested in researching, followed by the tone of the written report, as well as then the number of words that we want to produce. So this gives us all the parameters that we can customize the report. Next, we start with the research leader. So let's go into here. So the research leader is the AI agent that takes on this persona, and it's quite detailed in terms of the steps that we wanted to take. We wanted to analyze the topic thoroughly and ask it to conduct web research. So this is where the Perplexity web search and web research will come in. It'll automatically call this tool, and then we'll give it some structure in terms of what information to gather, and then what to create a comprehensive table of contents, right? So the table of contents is actually the structure that then gets delegated to the different research assistants by the project planner, right? So then we give it some examples of a project or a proposed table of contents, and then we provide more details. Now, what's important here is that we're using in here the GPT-4 mini model. So this is a very cost-effective model, and for this node, it's enough power for that to do a good job. Now, the next node we're going to talk about is the project planner. So it takes the table of contents that we got from the research leader, and it's going to break down that table of contents. So there's some detailed instructions on here on what it's doing, but essentially it's taking a table of contents and then creating a prompt for each of the research assistants to start the research, right? So this is effectively a delegation of work. Now the next node, this looks like a simple node, but it is actually, you can think of this as a for loop. So there's actually, it spawns off multiple items. You see here, 6 items. So this goes to like six different research assistants, even though it looks like one, but there's actually 6 here. So now let's go into the research assistants. So in the research assistant, it's actually very simple, right? It's just like write a chapter for this article as instruction. But let's look at the persona. So the persona is you're a dedicated research assistant, AI assistant, working as part of a research team under the guidance of the research leader and the project planner. And their task is to write a chapter in this overall topic. So it goes through all the detailed instructions, including what tool to use, right? And for this particular research assistant, we're using, again, the GPT-4 mini. Again, it's a good model that it is actually good enough for this case. It doesn't need to be that strong in terms of logic, so we're going to use a relatively inexpensive model. So after we go through here, it merges all 6 research outputs into one, and then we do some processing here. Now the editor is an extremely interesting node, so let's go ahead and open this up. So the editor, it's an expert editor specializing in refining and polishing content, right? And then it goes through a lot of details. Now, what's key here is the instructions for the citation. This is quite useful and quite important. So what we're telling it is how to deal with citations across all the different research assistant outputs, right? So there's a lot of information here on how to create a sources section at the very end of the article for each of this entry. How do we do that? How do we make it SEO optimized? What the output format should be, and the like. So there's a lot of details in the prompt, and as such, what we're doing here is using a stronger model, right? So this is the GPT 4.0. So this 4.0 is stronger than Mini, but more expensive, right? So we're using this selectively on only the nodes that need it. And then, of course, we create the title, right? Very simple. We take the output and then create a title from that, and then we publish to Ghost. Now, we've got this flow here. Now let's look at this tool, the Perplexity tool. So this Perplexity tool is from perplexity.ai. So perplexity.ai provides a online model that I'm accessing it actually through OpenRouter. So OpenRouter just makes it easy to access all kinds of models. So I'm just accessing Perplexity through that, and I'm using the online model, which is the one that has the internet search abilities and then citation abilities. And what I'm doing here is after I call the Perplexity, I take the output of the internet search, and then there's also a citations field. So this is very important. So the citations I get back from Perplexity, and the citations field is what I use then to input back into the different agents that use it. So what this will do is, in the case of the research leader, it'll have citations in here, and research assistants also will have citations. And if you look at the detailed information for the research assistant, there's a whole set of prompt engineering here that talks about how to deal with citations, how we want to format that. So there's a lot of detail in here that uses the citation. But overall, this is a very powerful workflow, and it's not too complex, just breaking down the work, but very, very effective.